I need pesos for horsepower. V6 in need. Cheap ass. God damn it. Horsepower. Oh, fuck yeah. I like you. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so car's dirty as hell, so I'm gonna give her a little bit of a wipe down before, you know, we dive into the craziness that will be going down today. Coronavirus, very, very, very annoying for multiple reasons. Destroying world economies, people losing their jobs. I don't have that problem. In fact, the opposite of that problem. Moving to a new house. Part of the reason why this has not started yet. Second reason is the coronavirus. The coronavirus is making people not be able to go to work. In order for me to get car parts, people gotta go to work. So today, what we're gonna talk about is a recap of last video and what we found. And today we're gonna go step by step through what parts I need and what I'm expecting the cost of this build to be. By the way, shout out to this stuff. This is wash mist from Elite. Oh my God, Elite Finish Detailing in San Diego, California. I literally got the refill of this stuff, Jesus, 2017. Still haven't ran out. So last video, we found out that yes, unfortunately, that gasket is gone. We did that by a pressure test. We removed the upper and lower intake, made sure that the coolant reservoir was open, which the lid's up there, that's good to know. Made sure everything was taped up. And by the way, I wanna make it a point, you wanna tape this up. The reason why, this is a direct spout into your engine from your intake. If you drop a nut or bolt in there, it's gonna be a long ass day. Did you say you're screwed? No pun intended. Yeah, so you know who you are. We were talking the other day and you told me that taping those up was stupid. You'll never touch my car. Anyway, we pulled spark plugs and the spark plugs we pulled, a couple of them were crispy, to say the least. The rest of these, yeah, they were a little burnt, but they were still usable. Filaments were still fine. We took that guy off to be able to access all of this. So we pulled the Ripp performance coils. And in cylinder number 3, in firing order, we noticed a little bit of fuel that hasn't been spent. We did a pressure test right there because, well, it was the one that was showing the most signs of wear. And on that, we heard the head gasket evacuating pressure back into the coolant reservoir, which shows signs of a bad head gasket. Me and Eric and Kat and some people from MFR and some people from Ripp Superchargers and a couple of other companies sat down and started talking about, well, what the hell do we do with little Valkyrie? There was an engine spot talk, and that talk is, yeah, it's still going. Maybe. Believe it or not.
It will.
It will.
It will.
But that engine swap will probably be the reiteration after this because as a team, we decided we're gonna go ahead and build the Pentastar. So today we're gonna talk about, the massive part list of what we need to get this thing where we're going and what we're expecting it to do. Let's get into that. Now let's start with the simple shit. First and foremost, hey, you wanna repair what broke? The head gasket. So, already been talking to the guys over at Felpro. We're actually, well, we're gonna do a full engine refresh. We're gonna be changing out all the gaskets, all the O-rings, making sure everything on here is fresh. And as we tear everything down, we're also gonna be checking the health of the block, seeing what we need to do, checking how the pistons look. And that's where, well, if the engine's coming out, we're gonna do everything. So, we're gonna start with that guy. Probably gonna keep the same throttle body, but we are going to be going to a ported lower intake. Okay, at the end of the day, an engine is what? It is a massive air pump. A little bit of fuel, a little bit of detonation, you make shit move, you get horsepower. The best way to make an air pump work better is to make air less restrictive. So we're gonna focus on that this time around. So, all the gaskets are gonna get changed. Obviously, we're gonna need to do new sparks, because damn. And then we're gonna start worrying about internal stuff. So, let me go ahead and kill everybody's disappointment now. I will not be using Prodigy Performance Turbo Systems internal kit. Biggest reason, $4,600 for the internals of this thing. That is an absolute joke. No, I will not be paying for that. I can literally buy a brand new engine for less than that. No thank you. But we will be going rods. We're going H-beam rod. So what a lot of people don't realize is in this thing, it actually came with a forged rod, but it's an I-beam, which means that at the very tip of the piston, it's actually tapered and it's a lot skinnier. We're gonna go to an H-beam, and that H-beam is going to be able to hold quite a bit more stoutly, and you know, it's just peace of mind. And honestly, I found a deal on those for around $450, and I would be absolutely stupid not to do it. Next, we're gonna go pistons. I've spoken to a couple of companies on here, but for those of you who have made it this far into the video, major interested in building a V6, I'm gonna give you a pro code right now on how you find parts for the V6 Challenger or Charger. You ready? You ready for this? This is crazy. Earth-shattering stuff right here. Don't search for V6 Challenger and Charger parts. I know, fucking crazy. The secret? Search for 3.6 Jeep parts. It's the same engine. Shit's crazy, I know. So we're also gonna be doing head studs from ARP. That way we can tie everything back down, but we're gonna ahead of ourselves. We're gonna be porting the heads. Yes. The single port injection heads, we're going to be porting the heads. Why? Because again, it fixes turbulence from air entering this giant air pump we call the 3.6 Pentastar. Makes things easier. But we also have special parts coming. Parts I haven't seen anybody else use. Like, well, for lack of a better term, you can't call them a header.
No, it's not a header.
It's not a header. So, for lack of a better term, we're gonna call them catless downpipes from the port velocity on the heads. Yes, catless downpipes. That's happening. Again, gonna be helping out with airflow.
Yes.
The only big concern I have about that is the sound. I have a feeling that the sound's going to change, and hopefully it's for the better and not for the worst.
Well, I mean, if it changes for the worst, just take them off, put the old stuff back on.
But horsepower.
Well, then who cares what it sounds like? It's not like you got to listen to it. People behind you have to listen to it.
See, she fucking gets it. She gets it. Okay, so far, we've already talked about doing gaskets. We've talked about new spark plugs. It's about porting the heads. We have these custom pipes coming. We're gonna be running ARP, I think 2000 head studs. We will be running ARP head bolt, or rod bolts. We will be changing out, God damn, so much stuff. We will be changing out the main bearings. We are going to have a machinist go through and check everything on the block, as well as balance the rotating assembly. And then we're gonna put it all back together. We're gonna film all of it for you guys, because I know you're interested. And then we're gonna talk about this little guy, the Ripp Supercharger. But are we moving away from Ripp? No, we're not. We might be going to a bigger blower. There are talks of that, not confirmed, so hold your horses, who knows? Yeah, that would be very interesting.
It would be nice.
Now, once we get everything put back together, yeah, we got a couple of odds and ends we're gonna do, like we're gonna be painting the valve covers, and I might go get all my boost piping powder coated, and a couple of things here and there done. Probably gonna take this and get it powder coated because where the cage isn't in the car anymore. Oh, that color doesn't really make sense. Yeah. But then I'm gonna have my guy Andrew from, what was it, All-Star Elite Transporters?
Sure.
Something like that. He's gonna come pick the car up and take it back to Bailey's. And when it goes to Bailey's, I'm gonna go ahead and have those guys, oh, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and have those guys put meth injection on here from Alki controllers. And we're gonna tell them take their time, tune it. Because the horsepower goal we're going for with all of this is a little extreme. The plan is to be the first V6 Pentastar with 600 at the wheels. We're gonna break 5. That's not gonna be a problem. That's gonna be super easy. One of the biggest things we were running into with tuning is we were maxing out at 97% efficiency the fuel system. Well, in order to get more fuel into it, we have to alleviate the pressure on it, thus meth injection. Hey, we increase octane level, we cool intake air temperatures. Life is easy. So, we just need to get parts in. That's pretty much where it's at. This, we got a week and a half left here?
Yeah, not even.
Less than a week and a half, and this thing will be moving into its new permanent garage, where we will have more than a prison cell's link to actually work on things. And then we will be pulling the engine, tearing the whole front end apart. Now, I want to kind of get your guys' input on things, because I'm planning on kind of changing out the front bumper. Thinking we may go to a Hellcat front bumper. And yeah, I know there's people like, oh my God, I can't believe you're gonna up badge. I'm not putting a badge on it, but if you ever look at the front of the Hellcat compared to every other one, it has way more openings.
Better airflow.
Better airflow, shit's crazy. But the point of it also too is a supercharger, like that little guy right there, puts off a shitload of heat, and as long as I can maximize and move as much heat as absolutely possible, thus the Hellcat hood, might as well complete the look, the engine's gonna stay happy. So much going on. So much going on. But the number one thing we need to do in the meantime is just get the car moved. Once the car is moved, we can start stacking parts. Now, should I go ahead and tell them how much all this is gonna cost?
Well, to what? Get her up and running or do everything? Because those are 2 different prices.
It is 2 different prices. You're absolutely right. To get her, drastically different prices. Drastically. So to get her up and running, $900. And that's on the high end. That's all the gaskets, that's new spark plugs, that's head studs, that's getting coolant in there. By the way, we picked up coolant on the trunk. That shit is expensive as fuck. Yeah, we could cheap out and we could do that. But since you started watching this channel, when have I ever cheaped out on anything? Let's be honest. So, to do absolutely everything on here, we're looking at around $3,400. Now, just to put that into perspective, I talked to a couple of different shops about building the engine, and I was looking at upwards anywhere between $7,000 and $11,000. No. Yeah, so $7,000 to $11,000 for something me and Eric can do. Yes, my hair's all fucked up. Barbershops are closed. I can't get a haircut, so you're gonna fucking deal with it too. Plus, one of the good news about us doing it this way is, well, it's lots of content for you guys. So we'll be pulling the motor, trans can stay, trans is fine. Tearing everything down on camera, showing you guys all the specs, showing you all the movements that go into it. If you know a good machine shop here in North Texas around Frisco, Little Elm, Denton area, please let me know. I need to go talk to them and get some pricing out. Part of the piston swap and everything is to make sure that we can either stay standard compression, or if we're going to go 20 millimeter or 30 millimeter over bore to increase compression. Once again, machine shop does all that. We're good. We ain't that damn good. Yeah. Once all this is done, I've told you the horsepower number. We're shooting for anything over 600 at the tire, but there is still gonna be one weak point. There's still gonna be one weak point. We might have all this horsepower, we may have a built transmission, we might have a massive rear end, we may have lighter stuff in the car, we may be running meth injection. We still have a fucking start drive shaft. So, I'm gonna put this out here again. And this time, I'm gonna put a bounty on it. If you find me a shop that can make me a 1-piece aluminum or carbon fiber drive shaft with the warranty, you cheap bastards, the person that finds me that shop, I'll give you $500. Is that fair?
I think that's more than fair.
That's $500 easy dollars for you to do a little bit of research to see if you can find this place, because none of my people have been able to find one. The plan is to have all this done, ooh, you ready for this? Within the next month and a half. We want this thing to turn over. We want to hear it broke in. And that break-in period, we're gonna pull an inch just to 6. And we're gonna make sure that everything's seated properly, and we're gonna drive her nice and slow for around 500 miles. Zinc additives, the whole 9 yards. We ain't doing E85. I ain't going to no bullshit racetrack and getting E85 and blowing my car up. Yes, Gavin, that's what happened. I I'm just saying, it was obvious. Anybody from DTX, like, we know. We know, you don't ever get E85 from there. Go Kroger or, what's the other one?
For E85.
Yeah.
A racetrack, an actual physical racetrack.
What racetrack?
You can go to Ennis.
Oh, she means like a racetrack.
Yeah,
like yeah, so yeah. Ironically though, the grocery stores like Kroger, they have the best. But there it is, guys. The second iteration of Little Valkyrie is coming. And we plan on touching Hellcat power this time. And for those of you already, I can hear it already. Hellcat's F707. You're an idiot. Get off my channel. Go watch something else. You don't know what you're talking about. Glad you can read a brochure. It's adorable. Go away. Tell me what they do stock. Thank you. And then we can talk about the power to weight difference. Hey, the one thing they're gonna still beat me at is torque. It is what it is. Nothing I can really do about that. Unless I want 2 more cylinders. We're gonna go ahead and give you a hint too. I'm gonna let this stew around in everybody's mind. Oh, I love this.
What?
I love this.
I'm lost.
When we blow up the forged motor, because we will. We know we will.
Yes.
We'll end up blowing it up. We'll end up trying to push too much timing or throw more boost at it. We're gonna blow it up. I know we are. And you know what? That's what I wanna do. Because if I do that, that means, hey, with the forged bottom end, we found the absolute holy shit, holy grail standard of what this thing can take. But I'm gonna go ahead and disappoint everybody now. The next engine that's going in here is also a 6. We're gonna leave it at that. Like, share, subscribe, all the crazy shit. Stay savage.